All right.
Ontario, California. That's why you got here so fast. It had a weird shipping name too. It's made in your favorite place.
Where's that? Oh, China.
Before terror.
Yeah.
Damn, that is not China cardboard. Look how thick that is. When did China move up to better cardboard? It's still that kind of oily looking cardboard, but it's double wall.
Yeah.
Usually they got that cheap ass shit they use. Yeah, it's definitely China cardboard. They've stepped up their game. Product manual.
Wow.
That's a manual.
Okay. Oh, look at that.
All stuck to the damn thing.
What is that?
So, I was looking for an engine stand to pack that knuckle motor up with. And I noticed I was kind of vacant back there on the wall. All my stands that keep disappearing.
Do they? Huh. That's too bad.
So I went online and found this.
Found yourself an engine stand.
So it's a new design.
Wide at the bottom.
Normally engine stands are got legs on them. You know, they come like this.
Yeah.
The legs always dig into the bench, scar it all up, put big scratches on the bench up here.
Yeah. You see that?
See right here.
Yep.
They dig in pretty heavy. They got sharp edges and they just dig in like big claws.
Yeah.
If you try to put this in your front seat of your car, what happens?
It rips your seat.
It puts big holes in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this thing. This is nice. Somebody made some ideas on how to make something. So it's flat bottom, so it doesn't dig in.
Fancy.
Slides around pretty good.
Nice.
And you're not digging in your seat. You can actually put this in your car and not tear up your seat.
Yeah.
Because usually I take them off the stand and throw the motor in there, remember?
Yeah.
Because I don't want those legs digging in your seats. So this one you can actually leave it in the stand. And it's got a lot of good area on it. And slide around my bench. It's not eating my bench up.
Fancy.
And so who knows? It might actually work. But we don't know how good it's going to fit. How good do you think it's going to fit?
That looks bent.
What looks bent?
This right here.
Oh, doesn't fit?
Looks like it's kind of bent down a
Only
little
we
bit.
had something around here to use.
Like some cases. You gonna pick up that whole motor?
What motor?
That one.
No, I wouldn't do that. It hurt my back.
Why didn't you just grab the cases that were up there?
It's a case. I didn't buy it for cases. I bought it for a motor.
You're fucking crazy.
What? It's just an Evo. They don't weigh that much. Come on.
Oh no.
It would fit pretty good on there.
Well, that's nice.
It's pretty stable too. A lot of those ones you buy are pretty. They don't fit.
No.
These ones are sprung way in. They're hitting on the case. Looks pretty good. Some Chinamen aren't that stupid.
Fancy.
I've only got some bolts to use in there. Any bolts laying around? We didn't unpack Harley crap. I think that was a motor case just fell on the ground. Does that weigh a motor case? Sound like one. Where'd you put 3/8 bolts that you need for holding your motor together with? Let's see. What are you thinking? There. I'm taking a couple of these things like this. Have we got the right one?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't fit with that in the back of the hole. I don't know what's up with that. I'm pretty sure that's not how you check your motor oil.
What'd you do that for?
This bolt must be too long. How long is that bolt? Not that long. Not more than 4 inches, is it? Oh, it's 3.5 inches long. That's why it didn't fit.
Hmm.
3 1/4, not 3.5. See, 3.5 hits the fins. Why would you do that for?
Well, I wasn't thinking.
Well, the other ones I had to reach further to get it. That's why I didn't do it. These are the 3 1/4s. Look at that.
They both dropped.
Looks like they're made for it.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
It's a nice stand.
Fits better than mine.
We don't have to beat the bolts in. They line up. That's a pretty damn nice stand.
That is a nice stand.
I'm happy with that stand. That's a nice stand.
Where'd you buy that from?
On eBay. I'm going to buy everything. Can't you tell? eBay crap.
eBay crap.
If you forget the title, there's a problem. I can't get the nuts though. Yeah, find nuts. Well, we don't need nuts.
Wow.
We have a problem though. We got no place to put our dipstick now.
Mm. Oh, yeah, you can stick it right here.
See that there?
Yeah. See? It's a perfect fit.
Well, remember, there's no valve in this motor, so it actually does fit in there pretty good.
Oh, is that the one that dropped the valve?
Yeah, see, this one here is a problem. This one here fits right in there.
Yeah.
It's made for it. It is made for it. Screaming turd.
Yep.
That's why it's screaming. It's screaming for help.
I can't wait to pull that one apart.
There's a whole nother top end sitting over there to go in this thing. If we only had time.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice stand. The weight on it doesn't dig in, see? Slides around.
Wow. It's fancy.
Ain't bad at all.
I think I need to buy me a new engine stand.
I like that. So I bid on 4 of the other ones that were the other style, the used ones. There's 1 Jim's in there. There's one of those I-beam looking ones, the really cheap ones. And then they had a couple that were, you know, the regular style looking. The tall ones, and they had 1 short one. They had 2 short, 2 tall. See, the tall ones, they've jacked them way up here to get room for your other style motors. Jim started cutting back here for the breathers to be back here, which they don't always have.
Yeah.
But that's why these things got jacked way up in the air, because some of the, it's like a Delcron motor where they got the square pan and shit on the bottom, or like a RevTech motor like buried over there. They had the pans on the bottom, and sometimes it hit on the damn plates in here, and the motor would rock back and forth.
Yeah. So
when they jacked them up, it got a lot easier putting them in there. Yeah, that's a light model. Piece of crap there. So that's the 97 road turn motor. Then we need to figure out what we can do with that road turn.
Oh, yeah.
We got a motor and a bike. I'm told that when after you're all done rebuilding anything, it ain't worth nothing. So I don't know what we're going to do with this motor yet.
Okay.
And I got those rigid frames I bought too. That could make a really nice bob rabbit, but then we had to throw away the whole rest of the road turn bike. Got nothing to do with it then.
Yeah.
Kind of a waste. But yeah, I like this stand.
That's nice.
Pretty stable.
I can't believe the holes lined up.
It moves around a little bit, but it's stable. I like it.
I've had an engine stand since 2007.
Yeah. How many holes you poke through stuff with it and done your bench?
Oh, all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And the holes don't line up.
Yeah, this is nice.
The thing's almost 20 years old.
And it still doesn't work.
And it still doesn't work.
It ain't ever going to work.
No.
That's a nice piece. So I just saw these. I've never seen this style before. See, this is a little flexible. You can see I'm moving around a little bit. But it didn't hurt them to be more flexible. It hurt it. When you're yanking your head bolts down, it matters slightly. But other than that, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm happy. That's a nice shippable stand. It's more stable because it's got more surface area. The only problem is if you're on something that's not flat, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
But you had a problem with the other one because it had the bar in the middle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they still rocked in here in a plate over here. You know, because it's this wide between the mounts.
Right.
It still rocked on uneven ground, so that's not really an issue because it still had the same problem. But this one here just is nice. I hate these things. They dig into my bench and they just put big gouges in my bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. But this one here, yeah, it's nice. Well worth it. And they're pretty cheap.
All right.
They were cheaper than dealer cost for the other ones. The only problem is made in China. I thought some American guy forgot how to make a good stand.
No.
No, I'm disappointed it's made in China. Stupid Chinamen. They steal everything.
But shipped from Ontario.
They steal everything. Well, that's just California now, but we don't, you know. That's no reason to buy anything because it's made in California. It doesn't mean anything.
No.
All right, well, I'm happy.
Nice.
Good tool test. There you go.
I like it.